Why do we keep falling for the same traps over and over again? It's a question that haunts us all at some point. You promise yourself you'll stop procrastinating. Yet here you are, watching another hour of pointless videos instead of finishing that project. You swear you'll avoid toxic relationships. But somehow, you're back in the same cycle with a different face. Why does this happen? Let's dive into the reasons and figure out how we can break free. First, let's talk about habits. Our brains are wired to love routines. They save energy, keep us comfortable, and make life predictable. But here's the catch. Not all habits are good. Smoking that cigarette, scrolling through social media for hours, or eating junk food when you're stressed. They feel good in the moment, but they trap us. Scientists say it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. Yet breaking an old one feels like climbing a mountain. Why? Because our brains crave the familiar, even when it's hurting us. Next, there's the trap of instant gratification. We live in a world where everything is fast. Fast food, fast entertainment, fast answers. Dopamine, that little chemical in your brain, gets a rush every time you get a quick reward. That's why you keep checking your phone for likes instead of focusing on something meaningful. It's why you binge watch a series instead of going to bed early. The trap is simple. We choose short-term pleasure over long-term gain. And we pay the price later. Then, there's the people trap. Why do we keep letting the same kinds of people into our lives? The manipulators. The drama queens. The ones who drain us dry. Psychologists call it a pattern. Maybe it's something from childhood, like seeking approval from someone who never gives it. Maybe it's fear of being alone. Whatever it is, we fall for it because it feels familiar, even when it's toxic. The crazy part? We often see the red flags but ignore them, thinking this time will be different. Let's not forget the information trap. Every day, we're bombarded with news, ads, and opinions. Why do we keep believing the same lies? Clickbait headlines grab us. Lose 20 pounds in a week. Or, this secret will change your life. Single quote. And we click. Even though we know it's probably nonsense. Our curiosity gets the better of us. And before we know it, we're down a rabbit hole of misinformation. It's a trap designed to keep us hooked. And we fall for it every time. Another big one is the comparison trap. Social media shows us perfect lives, beautiful homes, flawless bodies, dream vacations. Why do we keep comparing ourselves to these illusions? Because we're hardwired to measure our worth against others. It's a survival instinct from ancient times. But today, it's a trap. You see someone's highlight reel and feel like your life is a mess. The truth, they're probably struggling too, just not posting about it. So, why do we keep falling into these traps? Part of it is biology. Our brains love shortcuts and rewards. Part of it is society. Modern life is built to distract us. And part of it is us. We don't always want to face the hard work of change. But here's the good news. We can break free. How? Let's explore some ways. First, awareness is key. You can't escape a trap you don't see. Start noticing your patterns. When do you procrastinate? Who do you let into your life? What triggers your bad habits? Write it down. Track it. And face it. Knowledge is power. And once you see the trap, you can start avoiding it. Second, replace the bad with the good. If you're stuck scrolling on your phone, pick up a book instead. If you're drawn to toxic people, seek out those who lift you up. It's not about willpower alone. It's about giving your brain a better option. Over time, the new choice becomes the habit, and the old trap loses its grip. Third, slow down. The instant gratification trap thrives on speed. Take a breath, pause, and ask yourself, is this worth my time? Sometimes, just stepping back for a moment can stop you from falling in. Delayed gratification. Working hard now for a bigger reward later beats the quick fix every time. Fourth, set boundaries. If certain people or platforms keep pulling you into traps, limit your exposure. Unfollow that account that makes you feel bad. Say no to that friend who always brings drama. Protect your peace. It's worth it. Finally, forgive yourself. We're human. We'll stumble. We'll fall. And that's okay. The trap isn't failing once. It's giving up entirely. Every time you get back up, you're stronger, smarter, and closer to freedom. So, why do we keep falling for the same traps? Because they're sneaky, they're comfortable, and they're everywhere. But here's the real question. Why not stop? You've got the power to change the story. Start today.